Hello, I'm Skid from the Widescreen Gaming Forum. Today I'm going to be giving you a look at Dark Souls 2. Now, I've not actually played this game yet. The extent of my play of this is I've got it to open to see how its default support was, and then when Hayden's fixed it, I've checked his support. So beyond that, I don't have a massive idea of much in this game. I haven't even played the original. So just so that you know, I'm going into this relatively blind, and I'll be trying to work through it as I go through it. But first things first, it did on release support the fact that you could launch it on a triple monitor setup. It loaded on my resolution absolutely fine, but by default it's bound to a 16:9 aspect ratio, so 1080p type size. Now Hayden has worked, I think since the game's come out, the last 12 plus hours, and he's fixed it almost entirely. He's also added in a proper Windows mode. Which I think is borderless Windows mode or something along those lines. But yeah, he's sorted that out as well. So, first things first. So yeah, the resolution is there absolutely fine. I've disabled that because I've changed all of my settings up. In fact, I know I've got plenty of... May have to change them later, but I know I've got plenty to spare CPU since from my initial testing, so I think it can manage this. This is about as high as it will go. I have motion blur and camera blur off because I hate them. Everything else is pretty much as high as it will go. So these are the video settings. Now, one thing that is annoying is that, so far as I can tell, you can't actually change the game settings or your controls from this menu. If you want to do that, you can change your game settings when you initially start a new game. I'm going to do this just so I can show you the cut screen, and in fact it's ignored it, so it will only do it the first time.
Perhaps you've seen it, maybe in a dream, a murky, forgotten land.
Hayden is still working on getting these fixed. It's a result of his fix rather than a default game support. By default, these are still 16:9. But yeah, Hayden will be working on getting these fixed as well.
Where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything. Once branded, the symbol of the curse, an augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why.
She looks even creepier stretched out 3 times. cut screen does look better if it's scaled correctly.
Like a moth drawn to a flame, your wings will burn in anguish. Time after time. For that is your fate. The fate of the cursed.
Okay, so this is an in-game cut screen. So this is horizontal plus as well, and you can see where the black bars would have ordinarily been. And pretty much without the fix, nothing beyond those would have rendered. It would have just been black. So, as well as fixing the horizontal nature or horizontal plus nature of the game, or making it horizontal plus, so it renders everything, he's also made sure that all of the UI is centered, and I believe that includes all of this stuff as well. So he's pretty much done most things, bar I think it's the full screen or full motion videos. Now, as I was saying earlier, you can't actually access key bindings or game options, or screen settings for that matter, this stuff here. You can't access any of these from the main menu. However, when you first launch the game or start a new game, it will display this once and it will display this once. Now, you may notice I have my camera sensitivity all the way down, and that's because it is way too sensitive. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. I'm hoping that they will sort it. I think people are reporting that there's mouse acceleration, and I think there probably is, because it's just very, very sensitive at the moment. But yeah, so far as multi-monitor support goes, it's pretty much ready. Now, as I said, I've not played this game yet, so let's go explore. Now, I'm contemplating doing a let's play of this. I try to avoid doing that sort of thing because I don't think I can make a good let's play. There are a few exceptions. I get the feeling this is a dangerous way to go. Well, it's not like I've got anything to lose at the moment, so... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go that way without a weapon. Bad idea. Yeah, I tend not to do Let's Plays just because I can't keep an active conversation going. Very often I never have anything to talk about. I'm not a particularly talkative person. The only exceptions to that rule would be when I already have advanced knowledge of a game. Open is not A. Let's check key binding. Use item, shift right click. What am I looking for? Walk, run, camera controls. I'll need them later. Attack, E, interact is enter.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon them, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
What is your name?
Now, do I name myself Skid? Oh, there's something Hayden didn't fix. Or do I name myself Nathan Skidmore? Well, that makes things simple. Nathan Skidmore doesn't fit. I am Skid.
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy.
Take a closer look. Who do you think it's supposed to be?
Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
Aha! Character customization. Class. I'm guessing this just defines starting equipment. What I want to try and see if I can do is make a battle mage. Basically a mage that also uses a sword and basically sacrifices outright damage with spells for the ability to, or for better close range combat. That's kind of the right word. But failing that, I will end up going sorceress or mage, so we'll start with that. So, what's this? Gift, nothing. Life ring. Increases HP. Turns the hollow to life. Healing wares, so cures and stuff. Homeward bone, returns to the last bonfire, so teleport. Seed grows from the tree of dragons. Inedible. Well, obviously it's used for something. Tossed into the bonfire raises the strength of nearby foes. Only for those seeking a greater challenge. I'd at least like to know how much of a challenge the game is first before I pick up something like that. Simple lump. May be useful someday. Maybe useful someday. I'll go with the life ring just because I don't know what I'm getting myself into so far. Something looks slightly wrong with the character creator though. That's supposed to be an image of me, it's not a particularly clear image. I think it must be stretched. Is he 3 times wider than he should be? Is there an easy way to tell? Rotate him? How do I rotate him? I can't. Let's go off these ones. We'll go with... yeah, the default build is fine. I'm not a muscular person. Face. Homeland. There's not that many options. Let's see. I want to use that as a base. I want to make it darker. Oh, that's a pain. Something about eyebrows. They will do. Close enough. That'll do. No beard, no tattoos. What's this supposed to do? Oh, therefore tattoos. So, makes no odds. Yeah, I'm not going to waste too much time going through all of those. I think they're all just tweaks. So, I'll be seeing him from the back most of the time anyway, so it makes a little difference. We'll leave it there. And enter should be done. No. Class gifts. Finalize creation. Yes.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse. You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance. Well, you never know. Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom. But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You'll lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
Did anybody else notice that her lip syncing didn't start until she was about on screen? 30 soul arrows, so... What is that? A spell? Black flame dagger, yellow quartz shield, bound... Oh right, yeah, that's all of my free stuff. Yeah, that's the free stuff that the game gave me. For pre-ordering a day before it came out, so I have no intention of equipping it, but I'd like to at least know whether or not they gave you stuff that's better than the default stuff, and whether or not you can use them. So these are the weapons it gave me. How do I view mine? My current one, is that my current one? Ah! Backspace, it's backspace. Inventory. I wish these were tooltipped. Is that supposed to be staffs? Yeah. Transgressor staff, sorcerer staff. So that's the one I start with. That is interesting. It looks like, I might be slightly off, but it looks like the stuff that it gave you isn't flat out more powerful, or the stuff that the pre-order gave you isn't more powerful, it's just slightly different. Because the sorcerer staff has higher base damage, but it has less of this, this, and this, and this, which again is not explained. Help. Left. Is that back? Is that start? Which buttons help? Backspace is that. I don't know what the help button is. That's supposed to be start. Never mind. So I think it's auto-equipped me. So yeah, that's fine. And again, push the wrong button. Equipment. Ah, this is better. So that is the staff that it gave you. So yeah, it's worse in a number of different ways. It's just a different staff. It's not actually unable to use this with your perfect. Ah, so it might be something I can use better later. Okay. So that's obviously a torch. That's my armor. That is my life gems. What are my life gems? Which button was? Returns you. I have no idea what any of these do. Okay. So which way did they say to go? I should probably talk to them a little bit, if it'll let me. That is not the talk button.
This is a limbo. A link between Drangleic and the outer world. Fair traveller, I know that you must have a story. Why else would you visit such a place? This lost, decayed kingdom.
I wonder if there's... Yeah. Aha! Stuff. So that's the spell the staff casts. So I don't actually have any spells of my own. Are we supposed to go that way? No, I think that's the way down. Ah, there's a door at the back. I'm blind. So what's out this way? Bonfire. Bonfires are places of respite. You may also light torches on them. Not that I need to rest, but... What the hell is that? Ah, fast travel. That's where I select my spells, so... Human effigy, a warm. Use this item to reverse hollowing. It is also weakens the links to the other worlds, preventing invasions and most cooperation. Peer closely at the effigy, one begins to human form, but who depends on the person's looking. Right. So why does that not just say transport, attune? What was that? I don't know, that probably means something, and then inventory. Why is it just the first letters? Is it supposed to say everything? Who knows? Okay. What's that? Can I get to that? That was not what I wanted to do. At least I know what that button does now. So this is a strong start. Torch. Did I actually have any torches? I get a feeling that we should light these. Inventory. That's armor. Player status. At least all of this is controllable by the mouse. Level 11. Why am I level 11? Inventory, equipment, torch. How do I light a torch? Do I actually require a torch? Do I require a torch to light a torch? It is highly possible. Key binding. Let's see. Interact is enter, wield right. Weapon two-handed, lock guard, attack, strong attack. Switch spell, switch items. Switch left weapon, switch right weapon. It gave me a dagger as well, didn't it? Interact. Shift right, left click, use item, shift right click. Camper sensitivity. Why is there two of these? That's better. Ah, so that's what the problem is. I know why the camera's broke, because there's two sensitivities and it ignores one of them. In fact, it didn't even set that. Yeah, that one is definitely applying. So that's why the camera is too sensitive. There, that's much better. Okay, what was I trying to do? Right. Yeah, so those are basically just shortcut commands that you can do with the mouse. So that's actually quite useful. So shift left click is interact, shift right click is use item. I have to remember that. By the looks of it, I don't have a torch to light, which is a pain, but never mind. Let's continue. That looks suspicious. Enter the mist. Should I enter the mist? There are multiple mists. Let's enter the mist. Ah! So this was, yeah. I heard TB mentioning that on the podcast that there wasn't any sort of tutorial, and somebody else said that the tutorial is actually in these sections here. So attack is right button, right weapon. So basically, it's still all set up for the mouse. Can I equip... Can I equip that there? There we go. Looks like a battle mage build might actually be possible. So, fire. Examine. Lock release target. While targeting locked, change target. That is absolutely unhelpful, so let's find out what keys they really are. That is going to get insanely annoying insanely quickly. Strong right hand, double right click, double left click. I already know that those are space, pretty much. Oops. So it'll be under combat, won't it? Lock guard? M? No. Wield right weapon two-handed. So I can wield my staff two-handed. Or I could put my staff in my left hand and get a sword and wield the sword two-handed. Strong attacks. Nope. What I'm looking for. Okay, so it's not listed. Target lock. Switch spells, tilt camera. Oh, there it is. Reset camera, target lock. Oh. Tilt camera left, next target. J. Reset camera, target lock, mouse wheel. Click mouse wheel. Click mouse wheel is target lock. Yeah, I assume I can't light those. Hold a direction plus B to dash, so since I assume B is space, big beastie. Let me guess, stealth attack? I already have a dagger. Is the dagger better than my dagger? Dagger is not better than mine, it just has more durability. Oh, so this has weapon durability on it. Yep, already know that. Ouch. Not what I wanted to do. I wanted to double tap that. Gotta be more deliberate. Switch equipped weapons, which of course I'm kind of already doing, so I can do that. Can I do that like that? Yeah. I doubt I can use my left weapon two-handed, because it's a dagger. But I suspect a sword I should be able to. 35 minutes. We'll keep going for a bit. B backstep. That is useful to know. Ouch. So what I need to do is target lock him. That didn't dodge it, but never mind. Life gems, I believe they're heal items. Use item is X, is also shift right click. That'll be the first section done. I'll aim to get through the tutorials. Move camera. If I've got this far without... I'm fairly sure that I can work out. Let's see. That could hurt. Soul of an aimless soldier. Light scorns with a torch. Of course, but I don't have a torch. It didn't give me one. So that will drop you down onto there. So if I just carefully fall down. What's that way? And this way. Okay, so that's the start. So I've come around in a circle. So that's useful. It's going to clear off the mists of the areas I've done. Yep, we already know that. That's N. It lies. I wonder if that does any more damage. Okay, wielding the staff two-handed isn't helping. I've used a lot of soul arrows. Hold Y to wield the left weapon two-handed. Ah! That is something I am going to have to get used to. Particularly if I'm going to try and be a battle mage. Examine. Left stick while dashing. So it basically just means do that. Nope. This is Dark Souls. Perfectly reasonable first achievement. Okay, that is irritating. Left stick should be moved. That should be my WAS and D keys. At least I only have to put up with this once. Jump. F. F. So I need to be dashing, and then I need to press F, so it's that. Okay, I'm going to change those. What's shift bound to? If shift is not bound to anything, then shift will be bound to dash, and space will be down to jump, because that is fucking stupid. Shift. Ah, damn it, it's a modifier. That is why they bound it that way. Shift is a modifier. Crap it. I'm not going to use any of these, particularly if there's a key to do them already. I may have to work around rebinding everything. This does not seem optimal to my playstyle. Click the mouse wheel is jump. To be fair, jump is not something I'm going to need to do very often. I'll probably finish this video off, work with my key bindings, work out how I want it, and then start part 2. So we'll deal with how it's set up at the moment. Now, can I get my souls back if I died in the water? Do I have to kill them again? I do. Oh, I haven't got my dagger in my hand anymore. That's where I died. Are they my souls? I'm still a hollow though. So I have to use... Ah, ladder. So have I got to jump over there to jump back? Let's see. It's forward space and then F. Amber herbs, so I presume they're crafting items. It's so dark and hard to see. Jump! I'm up. I've got to change that key. Return is not a good replacement for interact. I'm sorry, it's not. But then again, I could be using shift and one of the mouse buttons. With a shield equipped, parry to repel enemies. That's left and right trigger. That's something different, I think. But I'm not going to be using a shield. I'm going to be focusing on dodging. They're mouse buttons, so left and right mouse button while falling for a plunge attack. Arrow plus left and right for a guard break. Ah, attacking uses stamina. Gotta be careful of that. There's a door there. Jump in attack, so... No idea what that is. So presumably that's the second area done. Yep, looks like it. Anything up here worth trying to grab? Potentially something over here. No, it's just another torch, although I can kill him from up here. Or I can't kill him. I can't kill him, that only fires straight forward. That's a pain, never mind. Down here. Can I not lock onto him from here? I'm sure I can hit him from here. That is a wide gap. Let me guess, knock the tree down. Obvious enough. So it's holding your hands a little bit. Can I hit him from up here? Ouch. I'll survive a little longer before using another heal gem. If I can. Let's knock that down. I think I'm back here, aren't I? Yep. So this is the way forward. That's the way I've just been. Hang on a second. Enemy horde ahead. Rating 2. Hang on a second. Did I miss a signpost that tells me how to write those? I really shouldn't read those because they're going to be spoilerish. Or trolly. They're going to be one of the two. They'll either be spoilers or trolls. So... yeah, there's a lot of messages around here. Right, so I've made it through the tutorial section and I've died once. And I'm horrified. As good a place as any to leave it. So yeah, I'll record another part, and depending on how well the recording goes and how well this is received, I'll go from there. I really should have put this at the beginning of the video, but I'll state it here anyway. I would prefer it if you didn't give me any sort of spoilers or sort of like tips or anything like that. The reason being is that, as I said, I've not played this game before. I know roughly how it's supposed to work, but I like to play games the way I want to play them. The general way that that occurs is that I'll play the game to a point and I'll say, I want to complete it this way. So for example, in, what's it called? Dishonored, I started that game and thought, I want to complete this without killing anybody. That looks suspicious. I'll touch that in a second. Yeah, so basically I said I wanted to complete this without killing anybody, and I already knew that the game would let me do it, but even in cases where the game, I'm not even sure if the game will, I'll decide in a way that I want to play it through, and I will follow that until I hit a wall I cannot pass. So, as I stated, I'm going to try and make a Battle Mage build, and I'm going to try and make it my way, how I want to. So there may very well be a better way. There will almost certainly be a better way of doing it than I end up doing it. But it's my way of playing. And I'd prefer it if you didn't criticise me based on the fact that I want to play the game that particular way, because it's my choice. But yeah, if you can avoid spoilers and that sort of thing, and it's like giving me overly... I don't mind hints too much. So like if I miss something, or I say something that's outright wrong because I made an assumption, if the information is already there for me to correct myself, then please correct me. If I've made an assumption just because the game hasn't provided me with the information yet, then don't. That's something for me to figure out on my own. But yeah, I can't really comment on the game yet because I've only been playing it for about 30 minutes, if it's about 10 minutes of cutscenes. But yeah, we'll see how things go. So that just leaves me to say thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time. Oh, touch the bloodstain. What's this say? Read message. Jump in ahead. I'll see you next time.